Thank you. Thank you for a really good introduction. I really would like to invite you also see a short reel, and after that I will do a short presentation also. Can we have a video? So somebody help me.
All right, picture this. Skyscrapers rising in days, not years. Homes that power themselves, learn your habits, and even pay you back. Sounds wild? That's not sci-fi. It's the future of construction and real estate. And honestly, it's closer than you think. Let's start with construction. Modular construction is already building entire houses in under 24 hours. Drones are mapping site. Robots are producing panels. AI is optimizing every step. That means safer sites, less waste, and way faster builds. Imagine ordering a custom home online and watching it pop up on your land in a week. Yeah, that's happening. Now real estate. Forget endless paperwork and middlemen. Blockchain is changing the game. Smart contracts handle deals instantly, securely, and transparently. Want to buy a piece of a building in Tokyo? Tokenization makes it possible. You don't need millions, just a smartphone and a few tokens, and you're a global investor. And energy? Buildings that generate power, buildings that store power, buildings that trade power, solar panels, smart grids, batteries. Your house might soon sell electricity to your neighbor while you sleep. Net zero homes are just the beginning, but here's the real kicker. Technology ties it all together. Blockchain, smart contracts, tokenization. They're the backbone of this new world. Imagine buying a property with a tap, selling a property with a tap, or renting a property with a tap, paying for energy automatically, and trusting every transaction is locked in and secure. It's bold, it's fast, it's coming whether we're ready or not. The only question is, are you in?
Perfect. So, the biggest question, are you in, guys? Perfect. So I'm Mentor Pllana. I'm the CEO and founder of Pllana Ventures, actually. And today, I really would love to share, a journey and actually to show you guys that it's possible. And always, everywhere that I'm traveling, Europe, US, East Europe, I heard the story that, okay, it's not possible, it's not doable, and you cannot do it. So that was actually the fuel to make it happen from Kosovo worldwide. And so today, we stop. So let me see how I can move the slide. This is a donut. And I think that this is the most important, actually, thing to understand, where we have been, where we are, and where we should go. So in the middle, you see, actually, life operative system. So we need health, income, housing, and not to mention everything here. And then we have the planetary operative system. We have the biosphere, we have, the diversity, we have the land conversion, and the rest. So how to make actually these two things work? So not overshoot and not actually shortfall on what we need to live. This is exactly where we are. So we already have overshoot on the planet. And an expert, a professor, Kate Worth, she actually did this, and it's 20 plus working years on this. Statistics actually traveling, finding, and this is actually the current state. The concept and the problem and the solution, again, these are the two actually elements that are clashing. We have 2.8 billion people in next actually 5 years that don't have a proper, housing, and 37% of the carbon emission is coming from this industry. And how we can go from degenerative economy, that we already are used to it, make, use, and actually lose, and going to the other angle, or to the other part of the equation. So take, make, use, and reuse. So degenerative economy, regenerative economy. And when I said we have to understand where we have been in ancient, Greece, we had, the economics, the word, the coin, the expression that coined at that time, meaning that the economy of the household. And then 2,000 years later, we have Adam Smith, actually the new perspective that we have to go on a national perspective, so national economics. And now, what is happening? Global leaders, North America, Europe, on China, like on a global level, we are talking about ESG, SDG, and how to make it profitable. How to make this actually two, things that are fighting housing and climate change, overshoot and shortfall, coming to a balance. So this is what we have, like 17 goals, famous, goals that then we have a Paris agreement, we have withdrawal, United States, and we have this is an issue that's becoming global. But to digest and to actually make it very simple, these are the 4 words that are actually shaping every decision on a global stages. So sustainability is a big, big thing. Then how to make it affordable, affordability. Then the third step is how to make it actually accessible. And the 4th stage, how to make it scalable. So sustainability, affordability, accessibility, and scalability. Most of you, I absolutely assume that you have been studying and reading a lot about Industrial Revolution. And for ages, there are actually 3 forms of elements that actually made the Industrial Revolution. It was communication, energy, and transportation. The communication initially was telegram, was actually radio, was TV, and now we have internet. We have WhatsApp, we have Viber, and other forms of communication. So communication internet. Then energy internet. So we have solar right now, but it was fuel and oil, and it was actually coal. And Kosovo, you know that Kosovo has the largest lignite reserve, but this was the base for 19th century. So Kosovo, for the energy, source of energy or form of energy, is based on 19th century methodology. And transportation internet, we used to have locomotives. Energy was actually coal. And then we go to, vehicles. And with oil and gas in Texas, Henry Ford put all together. So these three elements actually are the form and actually the elements of industrial transformation. But how actually to use these 3 elements and to understand what big corporations or models or benchmarks are thriving? How to understand, for example, what Elon Musk ventures are thriving? Exactly, these are the 3 elements that you can see all the companies that Elon Musk is doing and building. So they are building in communication internet, neural network, Starlink, satellites, networks, Grok, so X, Twitter. So this is like communication internet. And then you have the energy internet. On the energy internet, you see small, solar city, Powerwall, Megapack, distributed energy, battery storage. And then on transportation internet, you have Tesla, SpaceX, the Boring Company, and the rest. But what is like in the middle? And you have seen lately bringing together on blockchain, thinking of tokenization, and smart contracts. Most probably have heard, Elon Musk talking about Dodge and going actually, absolutely apart from the national infrastructure and making these actually ventures going on a global scale. So most probably you have heard about SpaceX, and now that's going to be the biggest actually IPO in the history. Why? Because it's a combination of communication internet, energy internet, and transportation internet. Based on this, actually, and having on the vision, having actually the vision what's happening and having the information what's happening, we already have been working last 25 years, built 26,000 homes and apartments, but we have built also a venture. We have built actually a structure, a constellation to deliver on a global scale. So Pllana Capital is an investment management company. InstaBuild is a construction system. Cherry Communities are a real estate development company. So think Pllana Capital as a GP Morgan, think InstaBuild as a McDonald's of the industry, and think Cherry Communities as a Marriott of the industry, and a global scale. Already structured, Netherlands, Germany, Delaware, Texas, Prishtina. So we already established in 2 continents and already delivered in 2 continents. So what is happening on Pllana Capital and what we are working on Pllana Capital? So I think that in order to build more InstaBuild factories, in order to build more Cherry communities, we need actually shared tokenization of InstaBuild and our company. So have access to capital. And then the next stage is real-world assets. Cherry communities, actually real estate projects tokenization. And tokenization, real actually explanation or very simple explanation is fractional ownership. And then targeted, ROI that we have is 15 to 40% and distribution 18 to 24 months. And everything, blockchain, technology, smart contracts, tokenization in the middle. InstaBuild, actually already we have 1 and 2 and 3 bedrooms. They can fly anywhere. Right now we are flying in also Kosovo, our pop-up homes. So we already have some famous people that already bought and delivered in Prishtina. But having in mind, the same standard we are delivering in Germany, Switzerland, in Austria, in Belgium, in France, and same standard also we have delivered in Texas, North America, Austin, Texas. This is volumetric, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, now 1, 2, 3, 4 stories stacking, so building communities in a matter of days, in a matter of weeks, not in a matter of months and years. This is our production line, so it's not a joke. So imagine 25 to 40 homes in one line, and in 25 days are ready to go. Cherry communities. Thank you. So Cherry communities, already we have built communities in Prishtina, communities right now in Germany, and also in Texas, Austin, Texas. Cherry communities, as I said, is connected and sharing communities. But if you have a highly energy efficient system, construction system, and then you have infrastructure and you bring all together, imagine you pay lower utility bills, so it means higher return on investment. And imagine if you have eco-friendly and green homes, but I'm not actually talking about sustainability in terms of actually just the source of the matter, but I'm talking about better quality, faster built, and lower cost. So this is what we are competing, and these are our central, USPs that we are already delivering in 2 continents. So these are actually real cases and communities that we have built in Prishtina. So Cherry neighborhood, big Cherry, but actually the future of the ownership is, and access to the ownership is through actually Cherry communities on real world asset tokenization, but also on vertical like Pllana Capital sharing or share tokenization and InstaBuild actual tokenization of shares, and also Cherry community global level shared actual tokenization. But with blockchain, we are seeing big time potential and access to big time actually market. So this is what we have today and tomorrow. And how to replicate. This is actually a very simple concept. Design, manufacture, assemble, and replicate. And already a platform. This is like a platform or actually a framework to go on blockchain and real estate and smart contract tokenization, so we call it like BREST. And everybody, I think that you guys on this, event are thinking how to execute, how to build, what is the MacGyver behind, how you're doing it. And we have been studying 7S from McKinsey business modeling structures. We have been studying Canvas, we have been studying BCG metrics, Eisenhower, Omaha metrics, but we came with our framework. And that framework is people, process, product, project, and profit. So this is a MacGyver. So everybody's talking about profit and projects, but they forget to talk about product market fit, go-to-market strategy, and monetization. And then SOP, standard operating procedures. And then again, the foundation of everything, people. And here we have signed a memorandum of understanding with our academy, how we can define the USP of Kosovo youth, how we can define the USP of Kosovo industries, and how we can define the USP of our country. And then this is a triple helix. So imagine talking the model of Taiwan, and then semiconductors, and people, academia, working on that direction. And after 10 years, now Taiwan is a big issue globally. What about Korea? Same thing. People, then companies, then prosperity. So this is a triple helix. So how to make actually Kosovo, youth, industry, and country or national level working together hand in hand and going forward. So this is the MacGyver that we build our company, what we are building on public, and this is the reason why I'm here today, to show how we have done it so people can see it and they can replicate it, right? This is our team. I'm the oldest one here. So I'm the 44 years old. This is our team. My brother Besnik, Ibrahim, Dieron, Shpetim. So everybody is younger than me here. I'm the oldest one. I'm proud of this building and 25 years of our history. And we are working on 3 words: future of living, future of education, and future of work. So future of living, we are delivering it in global scale. Future of work, imagine physical AI, building home with robots. This is where AI actually is working right now with us. Not just ChatGPT, or cloud or code, because that is actually the internet of bits. But what about the internet of atoms? What is actually the transition here? What is actually the core of delivering this message and overshoot and shortfall in the global scale? Fire, rain, flooding, all that stuff. So future of work, future of education, future of living is actually the triple helix that we are working here. So Pllana Ventures is sitting here, present in 2 continents. And with InstaBuild, we are aiming by 2030 to build 5,000 homes and apartments in global scale annually. This is what we are working on day in and day out. Construct systems certified in 2 continents and already legal and tax structure optimized in 2 continents. This is what we are already doing in Western Europe and also in North America. So by 2028, we are aiming to build minimum 50,000 square meters, real-world assets, built to sell, built to rent. And this is right now one of I think, iconic buildings that will bring ecosystem together. So Insta Innovation Center is a place that we have built our triple helix. So Pllana Capital, Insta built Cherry Communities, and for local market we have BP Home. That's why we have went to Pllana Capital to rebrand it, because we in Europe and United States we had British Petroleum in front of us, and then we had to go to Pllana Capital. But BP Home is actually the investor of and the developer for the last 25 years in Kosovo. And these 2 buildings are the ecosystem that we're going to build the future of living, future of education, and future of work together with our partnering companies, not just our company. So our company is going to be a benchmark. We're going to show actually our model for €1, even though that we paid for 25 years this, so 1/4 of the century. And we have been spending our life and our energy and our money, and now this model is for free. And they're going to be, actually that model will be public and it's going to be here. And now already have some companies leading on a global scale, working global scale, are part of this ecosystem. Today I just came from a very interesting meeting, interesting person that most probably is going to be also part of this ecosystem. And this is going to be, from Kosovo worldwide for Kosovo companies. Insta Innovation Center was for Pllana Ventures and is working for Pllana Ventures. This is something that we are already working in Kosovo. Green, renewable energy is possible. Already building 100 megawatts of solar energy, and by 2030, we are aiming to go to 1 gigawatt of solar energy. So imagine 50% of the energy will go on the battery, and 50% will go on the grid, but we are leading by example. This is our goal, this is our life. So we are actually delivering the promise. We are delivering the message. And again, this is mentor, but I need to thank our team and our family and our ecosystem that without their help. And absolutely, we have to thank Kosovo. Kosovo is a great state. Kosovo is a great spot to be right now. Maybe we can say, I heard people, okay, Kosovo is not good. We have actually political fights, parties, election, and here and there. But believe me, on this country, I have been in 4 continents. I have been traveling in 4 continents. I have been doing business in 4 continents with, many nationalities. And I had the chance to stay in the US, in Europe, in China. In 2001, I have been in China. But Kosovo is a special place. If you look at the tax system, you have just 10%. So where you can have that? Imagine Texas, New York, 3 hours by plane. Prishtina, Germany, 2 hours by plane. And you have in Kosovo 10% the tax on profit, 0% on dividend. Where you can find that in Europe? Youth, where you can find this actually dynamism and the energy. And I think that we really don't know where we stand right now with our teams, with our companies. A lot of investment are going actually in all directions, but we are not aware because we are busy with our own work, so keeping our head down, but we have to keep our head up and see what's happening around. Kosovo is a special place. So we did it in Kosovo, and it's possible from Kosovo worldwide. So future of living, future of work, future of education, blockchain technology, World Wide Web is actually the platform that we have to build on. Please don't think Kosovo as geography, as a national boundaries. Because if you sit in Prishtina, you build a team, and you make a product, go to market strategy, you monetize it, and imagine pay 10% and sell it globally. This is where we are. So again, thank you, and God bless Kosovo, and God bless the youth of Kosovo.